Our special guest host tonight, Vince Neil and Nikki Sixx of Motley Crue, and we're going to talk to the guys a little bit. Actually, first off, talking about Ozzy Osbourne, you're going to be part of that Rock America Festival happening in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
That is.
Well, it's sort of up the road and then you go down towards Wisconsin, but it's going to be a great day of actual metal rock and roll, and you're a part of that. Do you prefer playing indoors, or does it matter if you're playing outdoors? Well, because of your pyrotechniques and the lighting and such?
Well, you get, when you're in an arena, you know, you have a certain mood because it's all dark, and then you have all the lighting. You don't have any lighting when you're playing during the daytime.
Unless you're like playing in a position where like Ozzy is, where he'll be playing after dark. So, you know, when we get to that level, I think we prefer it. But so far we've played the US Festival, and we've played with Def Leppard on outdoor festivals. And I think we prefer indoors because of, you know, of our stage shows more macabre and everything, and it's just coffins and spider webs don't come off in the daytime too well.
There's definitely been a resurgence of metal, there's no doubt about it, with the success of your latest LP, Shout at the Devil, and just the fact that the American Rock Festival is hosting so many bands in the same vein. What do you think it was, Nikki, that sparked this resurgence of metal music again?
Well, we call it like the bland theory, and it goes back to the 70s, the late 70s, when a lot of the hard rock bands got real bland, and that brought on the punk rock, which was real exciting, like the Sex Pistols, and, you know, I mean, it was aggressive at least, you know, and then that got watered down into new wave, which got watered down into techno pop, so we're back at, you know, point A again. You know, it's time for something exciting to happen, and these bands that are out, you know, like us and Iron Maiden and Saxon, and, you know, all these bands have been around. It's just now we're getting attention.
It seems like the new wave is metal, in fact, for a lot of fans and a lot of people buying records right now, and it is a more aggressive time right now for musical groups.
It's one thing you'll never get out of us. We'll never water ourselves down. I mean, we'd rather just break up than be bland.
All right, let's talk about some of your past and present musical...
Let's talk about breaking up.
Let's talk about some of your past and present musical influences.
Farewell tour.
Yeah. Who influences you today, and who did yesterday?
Today, it's hard to say it's an influence because we're so wrapped up in Motley Crue. You know, we like to listen to you know, like Scorpions and...
Iron Maiden was one we were talking about earlier.
We're just listening to Iron Maiden. We're watching their video, and they're really good. There's so many good bands. There's new band Accept, new band Rat. There's a lot of good bands, as well as, you know, Duran, for instance. I mean, if you're going to say new wave, at least they're exciting out of that.
Any of the old bands from the past? You guys aren't that old, I know, but
we listen to a lot like Tommy Bolin.
Yeah.
We even listen to things like Mother's Finest. You know,
of course, Deep Purple, you know, Black Sabbath,
Aerosmith.
Yeah, we really love Aerosmith a lot.
Okay, well, you've got to be happy with the success now of your second LP, Shout at the Devil.
And, yeah, you said at the devil.
That's right, not with the devil.
And it's got to be pretty exciting for the band. I mean, we're talking about just about every major magazine you pick up today. You're either on the inside, front cover, the front cover. As recently as Esquire magazine.
Whoa! Health magazine. We are pictures of health.
But are you pretty happy with the success of what's happening with the group right now?
Oh, yeah.
And do you feel you've accomplished what you set out to do, and do you want to do more?
You know, all we ever wanted to do was do what we were doing twice a month, every day of the week, and that's what we're doing, just playing good rock and roll, putting on good shows, and having a good time. You know, and people come and go, wow, you guys must be rich now. You must be driving Lamborghinis. We haven't seen no money, and I think that's good for us because the money part of it ruins a lot of bands. We're just you know, we're getting laid, we're getting a lot to drink, and we're doing it every night.
You get free booze. Yeah, that's what I'm in it for.
Well, one thing's for sure is that I believe the band.
You share away too.
I believe the band is definitely more musical than a lot of people believe. There's a lot of depth to the band. There's a lot of visual aspect of Motley Crue. but the group does go deeper in its lyrics.
We've gotten real deep.
In songs like Shout at the Devil and She's Got Looks That Kill, and some of the other ones like Red Hot and Danger that are my favorites. Yeah. Red Hot is one of my favorites. Can you tell us a little bit about the lyrics that go into that, and who does most of the writing in the band?
I'd say I do like 80% up to now, but we're doing more collaborating. As far as a band, you know, as we mature and everything. Red Hot was the song that was during the period that we were writing songs like Red Hot and Shout at the Devil and Bastard, we were like really frustrated. It was during Too Fast for Love, the first album era, and we had a lot of problems, you know, like Bastard, which was about an old business acquaintance who had really hurt us, which is why we never, you know, made it to areas like around Detroit and stuff. Financially, you know, took our tour money and ran